Hey everybody, Fatbird Finds here. I'm Laura, one half of the Fatbird Finds duo of Laura and Mary Beth. Welcome back to our channel, Fatbird Finds Crafting. And if you're new here, we are so glad to have you with us. And thank you all for choosing to join us today. We appreciate everyone so much. Okay, so let's start off with our calendar page of the day. Today is Monday, February the 26th, and this is from the 1,000 Places to See Before You Die daily calendar. And we are at the glacial lakes of Banff National Park. Some of you out there might be Canadians and this may look familiar to you. This is beautiful. Canada has some of the most beautiful scenery, right? Definitely on my bucket list of places to go. And it says, 10 peaks of the Canadian Rocky Mountains surround the waters of Moraine Lake, making this one of the most dramatic and beautiful spots in Alberta's Banff National Park. But the park is filled with many other beautiful glacial lakes, and any trip to Banff should include a visit to these other magical bodies of water. And they list them there: Lake Louise, Peto Lake, Lake Minnewanka, and Bow Lake. So sorry about the glare. Let's see here if I can fix that a little bit. Okay, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So today we are random gluing. I have my big sketchbook out, my ring bound sketchbook, and I've only done one set of pages in it. Maybe we'll flip through at the end and kind of look at those pages and remind us again. But I've just laid out some random squares, and I've taken a hint from Nicole at Relax Cut Glue with her method, and just cut out rectangles. You know how we all get all those rectangular images that we don't, there's nothing to exactly fussy cut, but you love the image. So that's what I'm working with in this particular book. And so let's just get started. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, so to me, the most obvious thing that kind of makes something cohesive is the color. So I don't pay really any attention to the content of the pages as much as I do the color and the way that they all look just piled up. That's why I like to start with them all piled up like this, because then, you just take images and lay them there. And see, she's going to go really great on that page somewhere, I think. And yeah, and I think you could even do this with them, or you could take your fussy cut images, something that in general, that in specific that you like, and then just find some color background that looks good with it. So any way that you choose to go at it is fine. It's your glue book. You can do it however you like. And so I'm just going to sit here and play a little bit with these squares and see what I can come up with. This is my general vision, and then I'm going to click away and kind of play with it and fuss around with the layout, and then come back and show you what I've come up with. Okay, so this is voiceover me back with you, and I'm about to finalize the layout here for the base of the page layout. We'll go from the big squares down to the little squares. If you can see that right there, it's like journal writing, and it was so cool. If you'll notice at the bottom right, there is a image with a butterfly that's a baby. It's from an Ann Getty's book, and it was a journal, and someone had written just in a couple of pages. And so when I cut out the square for the butterfly, I saved what was around it on the back side, which was writing, and it was writing about the baby. And I just couldn't bear to throw it away, even though you can't read and tell what it says. It's a lady talking about her grandbaby. So I thought somehow I need to preserve this. At least I'll know what it says. So I thought that was neat. And besides, I like the contrast, and I think it looks really good. As I'm working here, I was thinking all day about the name for this book. It's just easier when you name your glue book for YouTube videos, because you can, tell by the title which book you're going to be working in. So Nicole calls hers Big Random, so I don't want to use that, even though it is a random themed book. So I was thinking, well, what wouldn't be another good name? And I thought, well, there's Everyday Images. And it's just my everyday book that I would work in every day, or on the days that I don't work in a special book. So I thought Everyday, and then I thought, ED. And I thought, well, that's like Ed. So I think I'm going to call it the Big Ed. How do you guys like that? It's a little hokey, but kind of cute, I think. So, yeah, from this day forward, this book will be called The Big Ed. So I think this is coming along fairly well. It always does drift a little from what you originally, think that the page is going to look like. I found that cute image of that little boy with the dark hair. It kind of looks, I think he's eating an orange. So I love that. So from that, then I brought in that little torn piece that I just glued down above the green bedroom. I think that brings the yellow in his shirt and stuff out, and the yellow from across the other page. As you'll notice, I like to try to take a couple of images, not too many, but like I use the journal on both pages to tie them together, and then I use the one little figure, cartoon kind of image of a family using their phones at the dinner table on both pages to kind of draw them together that way. So here I'm gluing, I'm using them down to the small squares now, so they can overlap a little bit. And then of course you can let them go right off the page so that you can trim, the nice clean edges. I'm thinking it's looking pretty great. In this book, I like to use images from Happy Mail that people have given me, just to show my appreciation, and just to show that I thoroughly enjoy the gifts and plan on using them. So a few of these images are from the friend mail that Angela gave me from the last video, especially the beaded image up there at the top. So I think it's starting to look really great. So I think we've about got the base coat down, or the base images down, and now comes the fun part. We need to tie all the images together, and the best way to do that is with like some larger images, some focal images like these fussy cuts that I did. We'll try those, and then also we can use washi tape to join some of the images together, and also the magazine cutout phrases work really, really well to kind of glue the images together, or tie them together. So that's the part that we are working on at the moment. And while you watch me audition different pieces and try different things out, I just wanted to say thank you all so much. We hit 500 subscribers. So yay, we did that on Friday night, and we are just thrilled about that. I think I told you before that I would be willing to do a live if you guys are interested. And I think that we'll go ahead and get that scheduled for maybe, my grandson is coming this weekend, so maybe the first of next week, maybe even on Monday. That seems like a nice treat for a Monday. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too, and I hope that everybody will be able to join us. As you can see here, I was cutting away all the excess. I think I've finally finalized the pages there. You got a little glimpse of the other pages that I've done in Big Ed. So I'll go back here in a minute and add something that I came across when I was looking for something for this page. So that'll be fun. We can always go back and forth. And I love that about the glue books. They're never really finished, so to speak. You can always, go back and add and enhance any of the pages that you have done in the past. I'm about to finish up the images that I had in my head for this page when I started out. Now then, it's going to require a little digging around in the basket, which is why these voiceovers are so good, because all of us, we enjoy the process. So we like to sit and look through all the images that we have and think about what looks best and audition back and forth the things that look good, which is what's about to start happening now. Here's the washi tape that I was telling you about. Actually, if I had that to do over again, I didn't really like that pink. It was kind of transparent, and I thought I could take it off, but it was going to rip the page, so we're just going to go with it. But it wasn't really actually the pop of color that we needed, like this one. I think this one is great. I love the zigzag, love the geometric of the designs, I love the bright color. And so I was just real happy with that particular design. And then I went back and tried a little more later. But this butterfly inspired me to think about these wall decals that I had. And so I'm going to try one of those. I actually put that there. I thought they would be more removable, but they're not. They're super sticky. So we're just going to have to go with that one. And then I thought, oh, that blue color would be so pretty on these pages that I've done previously, because I remembered what we had worked with those blue colors with the ice and the mountains. And so I think that one looks great there. And I think I found a smaller one coming up here to put on the other page. Now I'm going to be on the lookout for that top right-hand corner. See that big icy looking piece that's kind of plain still? I'm going to look for something for there. Maybe a big moose, or maybe even better, like a big whale. I think that would look good there. So I'm going to have to start watching for that. I love these giant fussy cut images. The problem is they cover up a lot of the page. Once we've gone to all the trouble of making this page work and making the images work together, you hate to cover up 2 or 3 at one time with one big image. These lions are fantastic. So we're going to save those for a future project for sure, but we're just not going to use them on this page. Now here are the phrases, the magazine phrases. I think this is really fun. You never know what you're going to end up using and what's going to look good and what's going to be funny and kind of go with the images. You can have a little story in your head of what's happening here. So I really think that this is kind of one of the most fun parts. It's really inspired me. I'm going to get better at harvesting good phrases, because when it comes to this part, I just think this is like all the fun. Did you see that one that I just held up? It said, "Color me happy." I'm going to save that for my new color glue book whenever I start the new one. Right now I'm in the middle of my practice book, so I'm still in the middle of my first book, and I really want to finish that. It'll feel weird to go on to a different project let me put that another way. It'll feel strange to redo a color glue book when I've got one that hasn't even been finished yet. So I'm saving back some of the better color images because I know I'm going to make a whole color glue book that's all to itself. And I want to save some of the better images, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to finish the practice one first. But I'm definitely putting that Color Me Happy back for maybe the cover. Found this nice little old vintage gasoline, I think, sign So I was going to trim that really quick and put that there. I like it there. And then I was looking around the page just trying to figure out what else is needed. Of course, these blank spots need to be covered up. So up there with the granny and the Grand Canyon, that needs something. This little table of flowers with the baseball in the bottom left, there's room for a little something on top of those books next to the flower arrangements. So maybe we can find something there. I do have some stickers of phrases, and sometimes I like the white and sometimes I don't. Today, I like it because it kind of blends in the journaling to the images, and I just like the way that looks. So that's perfect there. Same thing here. Let it be. I love that. So I thought I would put that on the other side since there was a phrase sticker with a lot of white on the right. Then I thought this one would be cute on the left. And then really the image above the beaded napkins, the yellow background there, that could really use a little jazzing up itself. Oh, I love that sticker there above the grandma. She looks like she's pointing out something, some message from the heavens. Your dream is achievable. So maybe it was her dream to go hiking in the Grand Canyon. So I think that's really cute there. And then I pointed out the little space there on the book between the plants or the flower arrangements. And I remember, look, we've got these little babies, flowers in a pot. So I fussy cut one of those. As you can see, I did, click away and come back like magic. And the little baby in the pot can go right there on the tabletop. I just love how things work out like that sometimes. It's so cute. I think it's looking really good now. Really coming together. I found that We Can Do Hard Things sticker. I love the colored background. That way it doesn't stand out so much from the page. But there still needs to be something right there where I put my finger up and down right there. So let's hunt one more time for images. We Can Do Hard Things is the name of a podcast, by the way. If you are looking for a good podcast, it's kind of a self-help podcast, and it's great. That's the name of it, We Can Do Hard Things, with Glennon Doyle. And it's really great and inspirational. So I highly recommend that one. I'm still looking for just the right thing. That little stained glass is pretty, but it's too big for the spot. The flowers are pretty, but they've got all that white around the edges, and I'm not sure that that's what I want right there in that spot. The baby in the can up there with the flower, that's kind of repetitive though, because we had the little surprise baby in the pot, so I hate to put another baby with the flowers on her head. Look at that big dog, isn't he cute? Too big though. So then finally, I find something that I think is perfect. So you just have to keep trying. I tried the eyeball on that lady. And I think the lady needs to have something crazy. I will keep my eye open for that. Maybe some sunglasses, maybe a hat. But that will have to be for another day. I couldn't find anything like that today to make her look funny. But I did find this. I like that even better than the sandwich. Look how beautiful that is with the colors. And We Can Do Hard Things. Give us a bottle of wine and we can do a lot of hard things. Anyway, I thought that was cute. Especially the colors, because it looks perfect there. That final touch there with the wine bottle really makes me happy. So I'm going to end on that happy note. We can come back another day and add to it. Thank you again for hanging out with me. Be sure to hit the like button on your way out and subscribe so you don't miss a single video and you don't miss me go live if you're interested in that. We appreciate each and every one of you. Feel free to click the links and check out our other channels. All of that is found in the description box below. And we hope you stay tuned, as always, to see what Fatbird finds next. And we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.